Good morning, everybody. It's nice and cold outside. It's like 25 freaking degrees out. But I wanted to doing some routine cleaning and maintenance on some of my stuff that I keep in my truck. So I'm going to do this out of my shed where I have the wind off me. I want to talk about cooking system for my bug out vehicle, what I keep in the truck. A lot of people ask me. Now this actually usually stays in one of my side boxes in my truck. I'll show you guys that one day. Everything total that's in there. But before I talk about this, let me just say something. I've said this many times, other people have said this. So my bug out vehicle is set up for if I have to bug out, to go to either another bug out location or come back to my home. I'm not planning, I did not build my bug out vehicle to live in for the rest of my life. And I also don't believe in having impractical ways to cook. Now, some people are going to disagree with this, but I don't need 5 different options to cook inside my bug out vehicle. I don't need a propane stove, a propane butane mixed stove, a butane stove, a charcoal grill, sterno stove. I don't need all that stuff in my vehicle. It's unnecessary to have all those different methods because I'm not planning on being in my vehicle for long. That's not my intention. If I have to, yes, I can survive in my vehicle. But I don't want to be in my bug out vehicle for days, weeks, months. Days max if I have to for travel. Okay. This is my main source. I have 2 sources that I keep in the truck. One is propane stove. It's the old school Coleman propane camp stove. This thing is old. Had it a long time. I have just finished cleaning it. This is my old one. I don't use this one much anymore. It's actually a newer model than this, but this is the one I use all the time, so it stays really clean. This one's kind of just stays back here in the old shed. This is the one that stays in the truck. Now, what I like about this is the tried and true design. Okay. It's 2 burners. And it folds up fairly flat, doesn't take up a lot of space. And it runs off propane cylinders. Now, there's a couple good reasons why I believe in a one fuel system, and here's why. First of all, these propane tanks are available everywhere. You can use the long skinny ones, doesn't matter, they're the exact same thing. They're available anywhere. Walmart, Home Depot, supermarkets sell these things. You can get them anywhere. The other stoves out there, like the ones that the single burner, the little emergency butane stoves, and they have one that's a butane propane mix. Those things are great, they're compact, they're cool, but their fuel sources are not as readily available and are not as versatile except for the one thing using it with those stoves. What's nice about these is I also have this. This goes in the truck with it too. This is a lantern, screws right on the top. What I don't have out here because I didn't take it out to clean it at the moment because it's cold, but it doesn't really need to be cleaning, but I'm going through my boxes trying to get some things reorganized this morning and cleaning some stuff up. I also have a heater that screws right onto the top of this. I got a heater, a lantern, stove. There's actually grills you can get that hook up to this too. But I have a heater, a lantern, and a stove, all that run off the same heat source, the same bottles. And these bottled gas are literally, like I said, literally available everywhere. So who wants to have, and I have this, so my alternate other sources is that I also have a small little fold-up pocket camp stove that I could use either solid fuel tabs or I could use little sterno cans on. That's as the backup for some chance this fails. Now there's nothing wrong with having backups. It's always good to have a backup method. I also have the means to make fire in my vehicle. If I need to get out and make a fire to cook with, I can do that too. So I don't believe in carrying 5-6 different cooking systems. For me, the simpler the better, and the less weight. Weight matters. If you don't need a grill, 3 stoves, a giant fold-out kitchen and everything else, if that's what you have in your bug-out vehicle, then you're missing the purpose of bugging out. And you've completely lost sight of what it means to bug out. It's my opinion. You want to argue the point, you can argue the point. Don't care, that's the way I view it. So, system like this, if anybody's interested, now these are a little more in price now. I think these are up to around like $70 maybe, $80, something in that line, these stoves, but they are worth the money. You know, the lanterns, you can get them anywhere from $20 to $30, and then the heaters are around $18, $25. That screw onto the top, the single heaters. It's a great system, very simple. I always say, if you're having something that you need for emergency, it's good to know that you can get your fuel source anywhere that's readily available. The butane propane mixes that they make for the little stamp stoves, the butane propane mixes come in these cartridges. They're about this size, but they're a lot thinner. They're only going to work with those type of systems. They're not going to work with this or other things. And that doesn't do you any good if you can't find them anywhere. So if you can't find them anywhere, yeah, they do make adapters. However, those stoves, you can buy the adapters that will work with these propane cylinders. Okay, then that's not necessarily a bad thing either. But now you're talking more stuff, more parts, more things that can go wrong. That's the way I see it. Tried and true old school designs lasted forever for a reason, because they worked. The design worked. This is what I would go with. This is what I do go with. Like I said, the only thing I'm missing up here is the heater. And also, what's nice about this too is my propane torch, my Trigger Star propane torch. I actually keep that in the truck in the winter time for when I'm doing snow removal, because it's good when I get when I have to use the big snow blower, it gets sometimes frozen up inside there. But a good propane torch doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not a bad thing to keep in the truck either. It serves a lot of purposes. Just another good suggestion. So, and these, like I said, these are relatively inexpensive. The propane butane mix tends to be, I think, is a little pricey for what the amount of cooks you're going to get out of it. So, that's pretty much it. Oh, and also I must say, you can get the adapter for this that you can run. You can with the regulator and the hose that you can use on the big 20 and 30 pound LP tanks if you need be too. Not that I would carry a 20 pound propane tank in my bug out vehicle. It's a little absurd to me, but you know. Anyway, so this is a good type of system for anybody that's looking for an idea what to keep in a vehicle. It's old school, but it works better, time tested designs. All right, that's it. Again, bug out vehicles for bugging out. If you're going to carry 5 different stoves, grills, kitchens, all this other shit in your bug out vehicle, you've lost the principle of bugging out, and now you're talking about living in your vehicle. That's not what bugging out's about. You absolutely positively have no choice but to live in your vehicle. It should only be temporary until you can find yourself a safe location to move you and your family to. Okay, everybody, that's it. Hope this was a little interesting video for today. That's it. Stay strong. God bless. Jungle out there. Stay safe, everybody.